now. What is happening, everybody? Man, I've been waiting to do this video because this is I've got to do a lot of really cool videos that other companies had asked me if I was interested in checking out, but this is one I asked them about. Whenever the guys at Friedman were asking me about checking out the BEOD Deluxe, I really wanted to try the Golden Pearl. As a lot of you know, I'm building a pedal board, and I really needed, I've tried these boost pedals, and they were either like a little bit too harsh on the top end and added too much gain, or just kind of colored the tone too much for what I was wanting. And I tried this at NAMM, and along with BEOD Deluxe, and I was just like, that's the pedal I want. So I've been waiting on them to release it, and so whenever they were hitting me up about the BEOD Deluxe, I was like, yeah, I really want to check out the Gold Pearl too. And me and my friend had just been talking about it before they reached out. It's so good. Like, I'm literally calling it the secret weapon pedal because it's so good. I'm not gonna blab too much about specs and just blab in general. I want you guys to hear it. The signal path you will be hearing is this is a Friedman Vintage T. It's not mine. They're just letting me borrow it, and it is going into the Friedman BEOD Deluxe. I'll run through the channels. You might hear some reverb here in a minute if I decide to turn that on, and then that is just going into my 2-notes Torpedo Live, simulating a 4x12 cabinet, and then I will also be switching you over to the Revv at some point, just so you can hear the pedal not all Friedmaned out, basically, and so that's what the signal is going to be kind of going through all this stuff. The pedal itself is very straightforward. Volume, drive, tone, those do probably exactly what you think they do. One thing to note here is these switches over here, these are actually pretty important. So the high cut, which is a big reason why I wanted this pedal, a lot of boost pedals, they're really harsh with the high end for some reason. And at least the ones that I tried, that I've been looking through, and this one, I liked the controls because in the middle position, it's a 3-way switch. It's not cutting any highs. Low, if you push the switch down, it cuts the least amount, and then all the way up is cutting the most highs. And I like it down because, I like a bright sound, but I don't like a harsh sound. And the voice switch over there is basically the kind of clipping that you're getting. I liked it in the middle. Up position is, I believe, like LED. Down position is diode. I'm going to be honest with you, don't know what any of that means. I just went with what sounded good, and I think at the end of the day, I think that's what you should always do. Regardless of what the thing says to do, if it sounds good, it is good. Eddie Van Halen knew what he was talking about. So here we go. So this is your reference tone. Now that intro was played on the clean channel with this on, and you can hear how it just makes everything better. It's like a secret sauce pedal. So you're gonna hear some humming. That is because these are just true single coils, and my studio lights are literally right here. So you're getting some noise from that. But here's it just makes everything richer and warmer and thicker sounding. So you'll hear it here. So with, it just gives you that really nice little touch of breakup. Turn it off. You could obviously add more or less drive to that if you wanted to. I liked it just right around noon. That was enough for me. And you could kind of like, if you dig in, it really it grits up. So essentially, it's kind of like adding another channel to an amp. You can have your clean channel. Now, like I said, the high cut and stuff like that, I'll run you through those when I get more distortion on here. But so that's essentially it with some clean tones. Like I said, I really dug the way that it sounded. How's it go? That is just kind of how I like to use it. I actually used the exact same settings across the board. I didn't change anything I just changed channels on the amp, and I would listen to it kind of with or without it, and I was just like, God, I want it on. It's one of those, you want it on almost all the time pedals, other than if you want like a real sparkly clean. Now I'm gonna flip over to the BE side of the amp, which has significantly more distortion to it. Now with the pedal on, to me, it just opens up an amp. You know, it gets it to that sweet spot, almost like, you know how you really want to crank an amp? The pedal gets it there. You probably even turn that drive down a little bit. It's pushing it. So this is the lead tone, you know, of course with some reverb on there, that you were hearing over that rotary section. Now the rotary was not anything to do with the amps, that's just an effect that I used on there because I thought it sounded good. The what was it? There we go. And over top of that you heard. So you heard that, and that was that tone. You know, I just had reverb and delay and stuff like that. Like I said, I'll probably kick on some reverb here at the end, but I just want you to, you know, hear the dry sound of the pedal. Because anytime I hear a dry pedal, I always know in mind, I'm like, reverb's going to make that sound even better for me. So if you like the way this sounds, and you like reverb, trust me, reverb just makes it even better. So that was essentially that sound, you know. You could go, now I'm going to give you the high cut stuff now. So I had it all the way down. So listen to, this is the high cut down. I just liked it better down. It's not like a huge, like, glaring, like, oh my god, it completely changed my sound. It's just, it's a feel kind of thing, and I just like what it did. Now the voicing switch, like I said, I kept it in the middle. You know, that's just what I like. And like I said, I just like the way that I felt like in the middle it was a more transparent kind of feel. That's what I wanted. I didn't want it to like alter my sound, which is what I said is the issue I have with so many boost pedals. And you know, I just wanted it to take my sound and make it bigger, you know, spread it out. And that's what I mean by when I said it opens up the amp. I'm going to flip it over to the HB, which is the more high gain side of the Friedman, and let you hear that. So that's HB, here's BE, HB. Quite a bit more distortion. And again, this just added that little extra something to it. Which is what you heard on the heavier section of the intro and the kind of bridge section. All right, so we are now plugged into the Revv Generator 740. Here's our reference tone. It's just a crunch. And basically, with the pedal, I changed the settings here a little bit. I added less drive. It was adding more drive to it than it was the Friedman. Turned the tone down a little bit and put the high cut in the middle. To me, it's still opening it up. Gotta avoid that copyright. So that is it, guys. This is the Gold Pearl pedal. Like I said, this is a pedal I have very much been eagerly waiting on them to release this because I just thought it did such a good job of exactly what I wanted, and you know, a very low gain kind of overdrive. it can still get quite a bit of distortion going and cooking and stuff like that, but it really, really did what I was looking for in a pedal. And this is actually one that's going on that pedal board I was talking about. So you guys, if you want to check it out, the link is down below in the description. Huge thank you to the guys at Friedman who sent this over to me. And I'm definitely, like I said, putting this one on my pedal board. So till next time, guys, Guitar High Five out of here. Peace out, homies. Keep on rocking. And I'll see you later.